In this problem, we have 11.0 grams of cream or milk at 13.2 degrees Celsius is added to a cup containing 150 grams of coffee at 74.8 degrees Celsius. What is the final temperature of the coffee created? So sometimes in these questions, I like to draw a little picture. So we've got a little coffee mug, and in here we have some coffee. We have a lot of coffee compared to in this case, I'm going to add blue cream. We're just going to add a little. So we know that this tells us that these two things are going to reach the same temperature. You know this is true when you add creamer to your coffee. Most of the time, it doesn't get that much colder. So we know that the heat transfer can be calculated of Q equals M C sub S delta T in any given calorimetry calculation. But we also know that the Q system is equal to the negative of Q surroundings. So Q system is equal to negative Q surroundings. Or Q of the cream is equal to negative Q of the coffee. So in this case, I'm going to do negative M C sub S delta T of the cream is equal to M C sub S delta T of the coffee. And then the problem, it says both have the same specific heat capacity. So I'm going to cancel those out to where we have negative 11.0 grams times delta T, which is TF minus 13.2. And that equals 150 times TF minus 74.8. And now I'm going to multiply the 11 over both of these. So I'm going to have negative 11.0 TF. And then I'm going to positive because the minus multiplied by a negative gives me plus 145.2. And we're going to do the same thing on this side, 150 TF minus, in this case, 11,220. So in this case, we have these values. Now I'm going to group like terms together. So I'm going to end up with 161 TF on this side and 11,365.2 on this side. Divide both sides by 161. And this is going to equal, my last TF is 70.6 degrees Celsius. So a couple of questions that you might be asking yourself. One, does it matter which side you make negative? No. The negative sign can be on either side as long as you remember to add one. So we know, if we think about this, your hot coffee and you add a little bit of cream, because we only had 11 grams versus the 150, it makes sense that it stayed closer to the warmer object. So this all makes sense. And so in this calculation, there are a few other ways that you can set up this equation here. Any of them is fine as long as you keep track of your variables. This is just how I think about it.